Hey everyone, welcome to Ark Scorched Earth. I finally decided I was going to start building on my new base building itself. And as you can tell, I didn't really go nowhere. I stuck right here. But I thought I'd show you some neat little building tricks while I was at it. And some things I find that just kind of make things look nicer and cleaner. And I'm actually going to waste a whole bunch of resources to show you all this real quick. But as you can see, I've got pillars here that are on the corners of my foundations. And here, I'll grab a pillar real quick out of my build box. I'm sure most of you know this. Do I have any pillars? Should have a whole bunch of pillars. Where are my pillars at? Well, I guess I used all my pillars. Well, let's grab a stack of clay. Alright. Adobe pillar. Craft 2. What do I need to make more? More clay? That's what I figured. Craft 3 more. Alright. We'll get all this out of my inventory real quick. Actually, I want to grab... where are they at? Put this up here. Alright, there they are, right there. Okay. Now, as you can see, with the pillars, which I forgot to put on my toolbar. Excuse me for just a second. There we go. Now, you can put pillars pretty much anywhere, but you can build them on the edges. But the thing is let's go down here and destroy this one. Make sure I get the right stuff to destroy here. Why can't I destroy that? There we go. Adobe Fits Foundation. Adobe Fits Foundation. Okay. So as you can see, I can build on the edges, but I can't build on the corner. And I think, as you can see here, putting a pillar on the corner, especially with stone, actually with the stone ones, I think it looks really good. But it actually looks really good with Adobe as well. I was kind of surprised how nice it looked. You can't put them on the pillars. They won't, on the corners. They won't snap. And the tricks to fixing this is there's actually multiple ways to do this. But this is the best way to do it because this will allow you to your walls to line up with your ceilings and stuff in the long run. And you won't have no gaps. As you can see, you can place these these foundations along the bottom of the foundation, and this lets you do all kinds of neat little tricks. I may make another video to go into some of those later on. But you can even, I don't know if they still do it with Adobe, but you can even stack foundations on top of these foundations to do some pretty crazy lowering and raising of stuff. But what you do is you place your two foundations down. You make sure you get them on the very outer edge. And you can do it with one, but since I like things to look nice and clean, I always do it with two. Because that way when you're done, you get your thing. And now as you can see, the pillar will snap to the corner. Now the trick is to get the pillar to snap to the one you want. And see how they go back and forth there? And I want it to snap to the one that sticks out the farthest. Because that way it lines up with the one in the front. Which is going to be a little bit of trick. There we go. And that's basically how you put foundations in the corner. It's not super hard. Can make for some really nice, clean, pretty builds. It's really neat. I really like the way it works. I'm going to go ahead and build these up real quick. 4 tall, because that's why I'm going to make my walls here. That way they line up with the... Really weird. I don't know why sometimes pillars just don't seem to snap and look nice and clean. Especially with this Adobe. This stuff looks really nice. But anyways. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to grab all of that, and most of that. And I'm going to show you all another neat little thing you can do. Now this is, most of you old school people who've played for a long time know about this. And just so you know, when you're building, always build with thatch. And if you need something you can't build with thatch, thought I heard battle music there for a second. If you need something you can't build with thatch, like pillars, use wood. In the long run, it's going to save you resources when you put down your finals. And it yeah, it'll help you make sure you get a nice clean build. All right, and now I'm going to build some wood pillars. Now what I'm getting ready to show you as I slowly creep across here, this can be used for all kinds of different purposes. Oh, I think I just went over weight. Yep, so I'll have to wait just a second. But I'll finish what I was saying. This can be used for all kinds of purposes. For example, say you're building in a big flat area, and you hit a spot that's got a dent. Well, you could build a ceiling across it. That's no big problem. But if you don't want to, and you're trying to build like a nice clean wall around your base, for example, using foundations, which is I always think works good unless you're just lazy and you're going to build without a gates to save resources, which that works too. It's just you got to remember gates are easy to blow up, and if you use regular foundations, you can double wall it. This will let you that way you use foundations, you can build double walls basically. And you can take this and it'll actually let you do raise and lower platforms or foundations so that you can build in those areas. And I have a build thing I did that I've never uploaded that I may upload, where I build this huge Chinese style structure, or actually not Chinese, my bad, Japanese style structure that has got this massive wall around it. And I ended up doing that so that it would stay nice and clean. But anyway, we're going to show you this neat little trick. Now, I've never done this on a Paracer 3, even though I know for a fact it's going to work. Because, I mean, it's the same mechanics. But this is one of the best ways to build on a Quetzal platform. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to destroy this and do it exactly like I would if I was building on a Quetzal platform. Because when I build on a Quetzal platform, I generally build 3 wide rather than the 2 or the 4 that you generally see. And I'll show you the reason I do that is that way I get, you know, a nice compact box, and I get what I'll, you know, it looks clean. You'll see when I'm done. So, alright, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna build a foundation, put a pillar in it, you build 1 thatch ceiling and a 2nd thatch ceiling, and from that 2nd thatch ceiling you put a pillar. Now below it you're going to put a foundation, and if you're going to watch, you see how it pops up and down like that? You're going to catch it at the low point, which I found on this Paracer, this is a bit difficult. The way he moves. See, yeah, it's really annoying the way he bounces up and down. You got to be patient. This is one of those that you can't rush. All right, now we're going to destroy everything we built except for that foundation. And to keep the resources, I'm going to do it slowly, because I'm going to probably need extras than what I've already built. As you can see, it destroyed that pillar with that ceiling, but it left the foundation, which is fine. That's all we really want. And get rid of this rubber real quick. We want that foundation, then we're just going to basically repeat. But we're going to build exactly like we did last time and not mess up like that. We're going to put that. We're going to put a ceiling. A pillar. Now this is important. You want to make sure instead of getting that, you want the pillar to stick through the bottom of the ceiling like that. And the reason you do that is because the pillar is what you're actually snapping to. It's not the foundation you're snapping to. And the pillar will go lower and lower each and every single time. And then basically, we come back over here. We destroy the pillar. The only reason I'm doing this is that way because I know I'm going to run out, and I'm not probably going to get to lower this all the way because it takes a lot of resources, which is why you do it out of wood and thatch. And it's real important when you get that height that you want. Now you don't have to go all the way. I prefer to go all the way down just because it looks nice, especially out of metal. When you do it out of metal, it looks really good and clean on these foundations. But oh, we had a bit of a weird glitch there. I don't know if y'all seen that or not, but that was a little weird. Alright. Okay, let that build real quick. Alright. And then we're just going to repeat over and over and over again. And we're going to waste a wooden pillar that just really didn't want to waste, but oh well. Now once again, we're going to get a little bit lower. And we're going to destroy. Actually, you want to make sure you start on this side, because if you don't, then you may lose resources if you're trying to save your resources. Now you can do this on boats. You can actually use this method to lower foundations underneath of a boat, so that they're hidden underground as a raid resource. In case you get raided, you'll have your backup stash that's hidden underground underneath the boat. And what you do is you just park your boat where a bunch of abandoned boats are at. What you're playing on public server, then there probably is quite a few abandoned boats. It seems to be a common theme. And then you just park it there, and that way you've got raid resources hidden that you can pull to in case you get raided, you know, and that way you can get right back up on your feet real quick, and or even get revenge real quick. You know, you can hide weapons and stuff. Now, just to give you a heads up, when this starts to get lower and lower, it's going to get a little bit trickier and trickier to catch that bounce, to get that lower foundation. And be patient. You may mess up multiple times. It gets really frustrating. Alright. As you can see, these stone foundations right there. Oh. The stone foundations are actually built at normal height, and that's how much we've already come down. And now if this was metal, I'd only go down maybe one more level, and I'd be done. And then what I'd actually do is I'd put foundation, 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 foundation all the way around, and I'd leave the center empty. That way I can access the inventory while I stand here. And I used to do this with my metal harvesting quetzal, which I'd, you know, carry my Anki up. I'd sit down, and what I'd do is I had forge all the way around. So I had a bunch of forge, and it looks really cool when you fly and they're all burning. It kind of looks like jets. But yeah, you basically just keep repeating, round and round you go. And you can do this, like I said, pretty much anywhere. And now you can go in reverse as well. You can actually use this to build in the other direction and go higher. And it'll actually let you build floating foundations. Now they will sometimes, especially on official servers. I'm not sure about on unofficial servers. And when you the server experiences a reset, sometimes when you build those floating foundations, not these, but the ones that are actually floating in the air, they will vanish. Because, you know, the server's resetting partially for that purpose, is to, you know, clean up stuff like that. Oh, I'm not gonna have enough. Okay, oh, I ended up building more than I wanted, but oh well. And this will be my last time here. As you can see, this foundation will be pretty much flush with the platform in every way. Which this came out perfect because there's going to be a storm, which we'll wrap it up here in just a second. And there. Now, basically, let's see. Do I have one with me? No. Let's go grab a. Get stuck on the Yankee. Go grab an Adobe foundation real quick. This is just for demonstrations. Like I said, there are multiple ways to do this. You can stack ceilings. You can stack fence foundations. You can do all kinds of stuff. Now, if you look, I cannot replace that, but I can build off of it, and that works as well. But honestly, what you want to make sure you do when you do this is you want to make sure that last one you build, this one right here, for example, is the resource that you're wanting to build out of. That way, it is your anchor point, and I'll be able to take, if I would be able to take this Adobe foundation right here and snap to the edge of it like I can here, but since I got this stone here, it won't. I think it's interference, so we'll just go ahead and just demolish that. All right, now let's see if it'll let me do it. Adobe may function a little bit different. Yeah, Adobe's going to act a little weird, but that's all right. What I normally do, just to give you an idea, is I will build the foundation here in the center, and then I'll use ceilings off the sides here, and that way I can put a single foundation, and I'll put a ceiling here, a ceiling here, and a ceiling here, and then repeat it over here, and then basically I close it up, and I put a door right here, so that when I'm on my Quetzal, for example, I can sit right here and relatively safely. Plus, I can hop up, open the door, go in, shut the door, look down, access the Quetzal's inventory, and then distribute it to whatever I've got inside here. Now, you can do it all kinds of different ways, but yeah, that's basically, we'll go ahead and drop this foundation here so you can see what it looks like when you snap one to it. And as you can see, that's almost completely flush. I'd probably go one more time if I was doing this as a permanent structure, so that it was no ledge there at all. But yeah, I hope you all find this informative. I was curious to see if these building tips would work with if they'd been fixed, patched, but I think they're going to leave these in this. This works on PC and Xbox. I've used this building technique on both. Yeah, if you like this, thumbs up, share, comment, let me know. Y'all have fun, stay safe, and Ark is life.